You know what I do, though? I do have an ego, but I get little boosts, like little ego boosts in my day-to-day life. Like, those little... like, you ever, like, use a big word in a conversation? And you can tell that the person you're talking to is impressed by it? I live for that shit. When you can tell, they're like, oh, I didn't know he knew that word, okay. I'm not talking about going too big, by the way. You know these people who go way too big trying to impress you? Like, I'll never forget. One time my buddy came up to me. He was like, hey, you seen Cheryl? And I was like, no, what's up with Cheryl? He was like, oh, she just looks really lugubrious lately. I was like, oh. Lugubrious. And then, of course, I had to ask, and that's what he wanted, right? And I was like, what's lugubrious mean? He was like, oh, sad. Cheryl seems really sad. I was like, just say sad then. That's fine. So right now you seem like a lugubrious sack of shit, you know? No, I'm talking that perfect big word. There's rules, by the way. If you're going to use a big word, one of them is if you use the big word and you feel like it didn't get the response you were looking for, move on. You know? Don't use it again a couple minutes later. We heard it the first time, right? Totally takes away from the impressiveness of the first time when you go back to it, you know? I fell asleep on the couch one night watching like a panel show. There was like a host, a couple guests, and I was kind of half asleep, and the first guest came in, and she came in hot. Like, right away, her first sentence, she was like, well, you know, America's always been at the vanguard of democracy. And I, like, woke up. I was like, vanguard? That's a good word right there. It's not too big. It's only 2 syllables, but it packs a punch. Vanguard. What a word. I was impressed. Not even 2 minutes later, she was talking about something else. And she was like, well, you know, she's always been at the vanguard of feminism. And I was like, Vanguard again? Poor lady only knows one big word. It's a shame. I'm talking when you use that perfect big word, not too big, but it's so... I was bowling with a buddy, right? He had one of those amazing shots where almost went into the gutter, curved, came back, strike. It was beautiful. He was jacked up. He was walking back to me, and he was like, woo, like all pumped. And I was like, man, that was an amazing shot. For a second there, you were right on the precipice. And it made an impact. He didn't say anything, but I could tell. He was like, oh, shit, okay. Precipice, all right. We moved on. I got the ego boost. It was a beautiful moment. But my problem is, after I use a big word, I get real possessive. I feel a sense of ownership. If I'm talking to you and I use a big word and I can tell it made an impact on you, I don't want to hear you using that word. Not for the rest of the time we're hanging out. If I run into you in the next couple weeks, I don't even want to hear you using that word. Because I bowled my turn, I'm walking back, and there were these 2 girls in the lane beside us talking to my friend. As I'm walking up, I hear them talking, and my buddy's like, talking to these girls, they're like, we saw that shot, that was a really nice shot you had. And he's like, oh, thanks. For a second, I was worried, because I was right on the precipice. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, hey, man, can I talk to you for a second over here? He was like, what's up? I'm like, what's up? You're using precipice now? You didn't even know that word 5 minutes ago, dude. He was like, I did too. I'm like, you did not. He was like, I did too. Stop admonishing me. I was like, oh, shit. That's my bad. That's on me. I didn't realize I was talking to a fellow sesquipedalian over here. My bad. And he said, indubitably. I was like, relax, bro, relax. It's only me and you. A sesquipedalian, by the way, is someone who likes using big words. Feel free to use that one at a party if you feel like losing a few friends. It's a good one for that.